When we talk about offers coming in, being reviewed, and then negotiating them, there's another method to our madness. It's very important that the real estate professional or myself understands what we need to do to make sure you're getting the most money out of these contracts. So in a situation where we have a single offer coming in, the first and foremost thing I do is I check that the contract is correct. We're not missing any initials or signatures or addendums in the contract. Those are very, very important because the entire contract is put together based on fees. How much you're going to pay to the other side, who is paying for transfer fees, are there home warranties being requested, is there seller concessions, buyer compensation, and then of course anything like solar or septic or wells. This is all a part of the contract, and if it's not all in at once, we are going to go back to that agent and say you need to make sure that you include everything, because when we present to you, the seller, we want to make sure we have the entire picture, that we're not missing any pieces to this, because if you miss it, guess what? That could cost you money. So another thing that we look for, really big thing, is how much earnest money are they putting down. Now, typically I'm looking for on average about 1% earnest money or more. In the event that it's less than that, I'm gonna actually look at that as a weaker offer, so we can always counter on something like that. Purchase price, obvious, guys, I probably don't even have to say that to you, but purchase price, earnest money, and then how much money are they putting down? What type of buyer are they? Are they FHA? Are they VA? Are they conventional? Are they cash? And if they are financing, this is, listen up, very, very big. You must call the lender. Do they pick up their phone? You know, is this a strong buyer? How far into the process are they? Did they just meet these buyers off the street and put out a pre-qualification? Now on that pre-qualification, which is attached to the contract, I want to see that the lender has done their due diligence, that all the boxes on there are checked either yes or not applicable. If I see a no on there, they did not turn in some of their paperwork, I'm going to counter on that particular document. We need to see all paperwork turned in. Also, if they have their down payment, if the lender has verified the funds that are actually going to be coming from the buyer. If I don't have a lender that's doing verification of funds, probably not a good lender. Here's the deal. If you don't have a good lender on the other side of your transaction, they can blow your deal if they did not do your homework. The other thing I'm looking for is, does the loan amount, what the lender is going to loan them, match the purchase contract? Because if they can only get a loan up to $500,000 and they have $600,000 on the purchase contract, that's a problem. The other thing is, when was this dated? Was this dated last week or last year? So you guys, if you have an agent that does not have attention to detail, you can get into a contract for 30 or 60 days and then end up losing it all because they didn't do their homework up front to make sure that everything on that pre-qualification was actual and factual. So going back to the contract, close of escrow date, huge. When are we closing? Are they asking for pre-possession, post-possession? Are they offering post-possession to the sellers? And then what are they asking for? So things like seller concessions. I've seen huge amounts of seller concessions that come through on these contracts. And do they actually need all those seller concessions? That's a question for the lender. Hey, do you really need 10%? I've seen 3%. But those are things that we want to ask to make the deal happen. Personal property. What conveys with the property? The refrigerator, washer, and dryer? Are they asking for other things within that? Do they understand that some things don't convey? You may put on there that my hot tub does not convey. Was that in the contract? Because guess what? If the realtor did not present that to you, and you already told them when you were listing your house, this hot tub does not convey, we're taking it with us, and they forget, guess what? That hot tub's going. And so You want to make sure you have the person that is not missing a beat. Home warranty, I see a lot of people asking for them. They're running about $700 now and up. And then some other things is when you're supposed to respond to the offer that came in. Now, what happens in the event I've got two offers at the same time? This is a very cool thing that I love to do with my sellers. So we get two offers in at the same time. We are able to counter each one of those offers, and neither party can see what we're countering. So we can have a cash offer and we can have an FHA offer, and we can counter back to each offer to bid up those offers, and then the buyers can respond on they will go ahead and move up their price. But guess what? You get the option to choose one or the other, which I really like, because terms and price and all the factors in there will end up benefiting the seller. So that is what happens in a multiple offer situation. So at the end of the day, when it comes to the negotiating, we have to understand financially where we're at by allowing the seller to see every single fee, which we use an app called Fidelity Agent app. And this app provides all the lists of those fees, and we're able to give you a net sheet, or estimated, we're gonna say estimated because as you know, they change based on close of escrow, but they're gonna give you an estimated seller net sheet to show you what is the best course of action for you and how we will respond. So that is how you review offers and negotiate, and that's that.